Hey, welcome back to KAMMA. I'm Khalil Deal.
Yeah, I'm Andio.
And we are KAMMA. We're back to talk about UFC 322, Jack Della Maddalena versus Islam Makhachev. And hopefully we get an amazing card this week like we did last week with all the action and finishes. We're going to talk about our early predictions and breakdowns for the prelims. And we're going to talk about who's in the prelims. We got the first fight, Vyacheslav Borshev against Mateus Camilo. Then we got Baysengur Susurkayev against Eric McConico. Angela Hill against Fatima Klein. Chepe Mariscal against Pat Sabatini. Gerald Mearshart against Kyle Daghouse. Malcolm Wellmaker against Cody Haddon. Then we got Aaron Blanchfield against Tracy Cortez, Roman Kopylov against the Robocop Gregory Rodriguez, and then the main event of the prelims, Bo Nickel against Rodolfo Vieira. So Andy O, to start us off for UFC 322, who do you have between Mateus Camilo and Vyacheslav Borshev here?
Here, Camilo, he's known for his wrestling, I guess, more than anything else. I say if he applies that wrestling and not worry about getting into any stand-up kickboxing with Santa Claus here, he should be able to get the win. Matias Camilo actually is the guy, for those of you who don't remember. He fought against Dobrokosh Nabokado or something like that, I think, who was the guy who demanded a shot in the UFC. Dana White got it to him and Camilo beat him. I think that's the way the story goes. Anyway, Borshev, man, I can't believe he's still around in the UFC, getting a shot at a pay-per-view appearance again. Give me Camilo by sub or decision.
I like the way your head's at there. Vyacheslav Borshev, his fighting style, he's primarily a striker. He's got roots in kickboxing. He is adapting his skills by integrating some wrestling to create a more versatile offensive approach. But we know he doesn't really use wrestling at all. He's got a knockout-heavy approach in his fights. He aims to try to use wrestling a bit more, but he's more of a kickboxer and a striker. Now, Mateus Camilo, he's got a blend of both boxing and wrestling techniques. He's been influenced by legends like Jose Aldo. He's primarily a striker, but he also has some very good grappling. He's got good punches and kicks, powerful calf kicks, and his grappling has improved significantly. And on the ground, he's a very patient fighter, and he does have BJJ as well. He has a couple of submissions, 4 knockouts, 3 decisions. He's very well-rounded. I'm going with Mateus Camilo to get the win here by submission or decision. As you can see, Vyacheslav's never been knocked out. He's a pretty tough motherfucker. But, those losses come from somewhere. 8 and 6, come on. All right. So
we're usually from the application of some grappling and wrestling.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that Camilo should be able to get the job here by sub or decision for me. How do you have him winning, Andio?
By sub or decision.
Nice. All right, we're in agreement. Let's move on up to the next fight here. Next fight, we got Eric McConico and Baysengur Susurkayev. So for this one here, we'll talk about Baysengur Susurkayev. His fighting style, very well-rounded. He's got a strong emphasis on striking, very powerful kicks. And he's got good submission skills. He's aggressive, high pressure style. He likes to finish fights quickly. He's got a high number of first round finishes. And he's also, he won the Russian National Pankration Championship and a gold medal at the Jiu-Jitsu World League Pan American. So this guy is very good on the ground. McConico's fighting style, he's more of a striker. He does like to try to get takedowns. He lands some powerful strikes at a distance. He's good at defending takedowns. He's good in the clinch, and he's got some decent ground fighting. But he gets knocked out a lot. As you can see, his 3 losses all by knockout, so his chin isn't that great, and he gets knocked out pretty easily. I'm going with, of course, here, Baysengur Susurkayev to win by knockout or submission.
I'm going with Bangasur also to win this fight. He's 10-0 here. I think he has enough power to put McConico away. As you said, he's been knocked out 3 times. McConico reminds me of like a poor man's version of Khalil Roundtree. That's that, not only in the way he looks, but also the way he kind of looks in there, from his last fight.
Good comparison. Good comparison.
Yeah, so yeah, give me Bangasar by a knockout or this. You know what? Knockout or sub. I say he puts McConaughey away.
Nice. Me too. I got the finish. So we're both in agreement with the first two fights of the prelims looking good. Next fight, the ladies going at it here. Fatima Klein and Angela Hill. Who you got here, Andy O?
Give me Fatima Klein. I think she's better everywhere. She's 1,000 years younger. I like her aggression. I think Angela Hill maybe at that point where she's just showing up, because people like her and she's had a million fights and but I think it's a bad matchup for her. There's a reason everyone had Fatima Klein against Jazzy J there, Khalil. When you made me switch my pick to pick Jazzy J, who beat Fatima Klein, but that's the only one here. And Angela Hill just doesn't have the wrestling, and I don't think she's going to be able to get in her face enough. And I think Fatima Klein's the one that's going to be getting in her face. So yeah, give me Fatima Klein by a decision or knockout.
I love the way this is going. I'm also on board with Fatima Klein. Angela Hill is getting over the hill. You see what I did there?
Over the hill, Angela Hill?
Over the hill, Angela Hill. She's mainly a striker, a Muay Thai based striker. She's developed her skills though to be more well rounded. She started mixing in takedowns and clinch work, but she is a professional Muay Thai fighter. Strikes a lot with effective punches, kicks, knees, and elbows. And she uses her experience to control the fight on the feet. And while striking is her primary weapon, like I said, she has improved her grappling and her wrestling a little bit. Fatima Klein is a blend of wrestling and striking. She has a background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is much better and higher level than Angela Hill. And she's got good grappling abilities. She's able to control the pace. She's known for her 100% takedown accuracy and 50% takedown defense, which is very, very good. And like I said, her approach combines elite wrestling techniques with striking. So I could definitely see her winning this fight. Not to mention, she's going to have a 3-inch height advantage on Angela Hill. She's going to be 15 years younger, and she's also going to have a 3-inch reach advantage for Fatima Klein. So with all those reasons, I got to go Fatima Klein, and I got her winning by knockout or decision. All right. So we're in agreement. Again, next fight. This is going to be a good one here. Jose Mariscal against Pat Sabatini. For this one here, man, I got to say that Chepe Mariscal already fought Pat Sabatini back in 2018. And when he fought him back in 2018, he actually won that fight. So that's something to look into. Chepe Mariscal already beat Pat Sabatini. So this is a rematch. Now, Chepe, he's got powerful striking. He's very technical. He delivers significant strikes at the right moments. He's got a very good distance, and he's good in the clinch. He's got good takedown defense. He's a grappler. He's like a brawler. He's got good striking power as well. He likes to brawl in there, and he can definitely wrestle and scramble on the ground. Pat Sabatini, he's a very good Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialist. He's got good wrestling, good takedowns and clinch work, aggressive grappling. He likes to constantly move forward to get close. He's got good leg locks and a good heel hook for his submissions. He's a black belt in BJJ. He's a very skilled grappler, and he's known for dangerous submission skills as well. So for this one, I'm kind of on the fence about who I'm picking for this one here, but man, I'm leaning towards Chepe Mariscal here, man. I think Chepe Mariscal gets the job done. Seeing as though he already beat him already, I'm going to go with Chepe Mariscal again to beat him again by knockout or decision.
Yeah, I think in that time Sabatini's wrestling has gotten to the point where I don't think Chepe and his doggedness is going to be able to overcome it. I was on the fence here myself. Chepe is on a winning streak in the UFC of what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys now. He beat the likes of Morgan Charrier, Jack Jenkins, although that was a verbal sub. But so far he hasn't faced the wrestling, I don't think, of a Pat Sabatini here. I like the shape Mariscal came in his last fight. But yeah,
Well, he's already faced him before, Dirt, so he has faced a wrestler like that, Sabatini.
no, in the UFC, but I think Sabatini is better.
Okay,
He got
okay.
better than he has since then. I think there's more wear and tear on Chippy Mariscal in terms of wear on the treads here. He's taken more punishment in the ring overall. And Pat Sabatini, he's in the CFC there all the time, grappling, and I think it is, and that's why he's not particularly super active in the UFC. But he is active, and he's always improving his grappling. And I think the wrestling is just going to be too much for Chepi here. So give me Sabatini by decision or sub.
Our first disagreement there, and but you know what? It was a split decision the first time Chepe won, so it could have
Yeah,
gone either way. It's going to be close, this one.
very close, very tough call.
All right, so let's move on up to the next fight here. We got Gerald Mearshart against Kyle Dabhouse here.
Sorry, there are a lot of fights for Sabatini in the CFFC there. Yeah. Here I'm going to go with Gerald Mearshart. I think Dakos, the Darsh Knight here, is going to want to get in a position for that Darsh Knight, for that Darth choke. What he's famous for, man. The guy's great at it. He always seems to find one. But that's kind of like in Gerald Mearshart's world. I think there may be a chance after that knockout in his last fight, very surprising knockout, being a huge dog, that Dagos may have fallen in love with his hands. I don't know. I don't know how well that's going to work out either when it comes to Mearchart, who I also feel has slipped in his past few fights. But in the end, if it's going to be a sub battle, if Dagos is insistent on trying to find a sub on Mearchart, I think experience is going to pay off. I think Mearshart's not done when it comes to subbing people out. So I'm going to I'm going to go with Mearshart to win by sub or decision, because I'm not rating Daka super, super high after getting booted out of the UFC, beating up a few scrubs, and getting a fluke knockout last fight. Just doesn't do it for me. Give me Mearshart.
Listen, man, you know I love me some Gerald Mearshart. You know, so many wins I've won in bets of Gerald Mearshart by submission in the past years, man. This guy's won me some money. But it's unfortunate. It's sad for me to say he is unfortunately now going on the digressing and going on the downhill here. It's unfortunate. He's 37 years old. Dykhouse 32. And look, Mearshart's known for his grappling and great submission skills. He's a black belt in BJJ. He's one of the best Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu wrestling fighters out there. And he's got so many different submissions. Kyle Dykhouse is also very well-rounded. He's got good grappling and submissions as well. And he's also a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. They might cancel each other out in this fight and end up being a fight that's going to take place on the feet. And we've seen Gerald Mearshart just not be able to do it on the feet. And if the fight gets to the ground, you know, anything can happen. Mearshart could definitely get a sub. And you spoke about it, Cal Dykhouse. He's very good at the Darce choke and guillotine chokes. But the difference is he's got better striking than Gerald Mearshart, Cal Dykhouse. He's definitely a decent striker. He's got a very good jab, and his grappling is good. He's also got the Brabo and guillotine chokes as well. And he's been a striker for a while in the past, but he's also a very good grappler. So I'm going to go with Cal Dykhouse to take the win here. I'll say he wins by knockout or submission. I say he gets the finish here. But I definitely have to say, come betting time, you know that the little sprinkle on Gerald Mearshart by submission will be there. I have to do it. You got to do it every fight because you never know what happens when this guy's on the ground. So I'm going to pick Cal Dykhouse to get the finish. But, you know, come betting, there'll be a sprinkle on Mearshart. All right. So we disagreed, unfortunately, in this one, NDO. Let's move on up to the next fight. Malcolm Wellmaker against Cody Haddon. For this one here, I'm going with Malcolm Wellmaker. Definitely like this guy. Just have to mention this. This is important that he's coming in on short notice, this Cody Haddon guy.
Yeah, I was disappointed. I was going to mention that because he was going to fight my boy, Sergey Sidey.
Sergey Sidey, exactly. He was supposed to fight him. That fight got canceled because Sidey got a shoulder dislocation. So now Cody Haddon's coming in on short notice. Now look, Cody Haddon is a very skilled fighter. He's not some bum off the street. This guy is got really good Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills and Muay Thai. He's got high level jiu-jitsu, and he mixes in his striking and grappling. He's very aggressive. But Malcolm Wellmaker also is aggressive, and he likes to move forward. He's got power, very powerful punches, highlight reel finishes, and like I said, a high level of aggression. He likes to overwhelm his opponents with striking, pressure striking. He aims for quick finishes. He's got good, powerful punches to the body, and he definitely aims his punches very good. He's very accurate and very tactical with his striking power. I'm going to take Malcolm Wellmaker to win by knockout or decision, but you definitely will see me also having a little sprinkle on Cody Haddon by finish, because this guy is very dangerous. But the pick is going to be Malcolm Wellmaker, knockout or decision.
Yeah, I'm gonna slightly lean with Malcolm Wellmaker. I think he's the better athlete, packs some more pop. But I do think Cody Haddon's gonna make him work with his grappling here. I think this fight is definitely gonna go into the after the first round, something that Wellmaker hasn't seen yet in the UFC. So yeah, give me Wellmaker by knockout or decision.
Nice. So we're in agreement with that one. All right. Next fight, ladies, coming up again here. We got Erin Blanchfield against Tracy Cortez. Who you got here, NDO?
Here I'm going to go with Erin Blanchfield. Here's another where I think the wrestling, once she gets that going, is just going to be too overwhelming for Tracy Cortez to handle. When it comes to Tracy Cortez, I find she's kind of lumbering in there and kind of slow with her movement, and I don't really like that. And yeah, I think Blanchfield, she'll be cold-blooded enough in this one to get the job done, and maybe even knock an eyelash or two off of Cortez. What do you think, Real Deal?
All right. So here's something that people don't know. Back in 2019, Tracy Cortez already beat Erin Blanchfield by split decision back in 2019. So people might not know that. Tracy,
it was so long ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's a while ago, but she's already beaten her. Anyways, just to get back into this, to talk about Erin Blanchfield, like, she's very good. She's got a blend of striking and grappling. She's very versatile. She's got Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and she's good at transitioning between stand-up and ground fighting. But her takedowns suck. She's really bad at takedowns. You could see it when in her previous fights. I watched tape on her. When she tries to take down her opponents, she struggles, man. She has a hard time with the takedowns, man. Sometimes she'll just fall on the ground when she's getting clinched up there, and then that's how she kind of gets on the ground and gets on top. It's really sloppy, but she tries to use her striking more in her fights, and tries to grapple. She does have submissions once she does get her opponent to the ground. Tracy Cortez, very well rounded. She's got very strong grappling and wrestling. She's a pure wrestler. She's got a background in both Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and wrestling. She controls her opponents on the ground. She's got way better takedowns than Erin Blanchfield. She's relentless. She's versatile. She's tenacious. She's got a focus on ground control and a mix of punches and knees. I'm definitely going with Tracy Cortez, a big, huge dog in this one. This is my dog of the week. I'm going with Tracy Cortez to win this one. And there's a reason why Tracy Cortez has 10 decision wins in her 12 wins. And that's because she controls the fights on the ground. I can see her taking down Erin Blanchfield, out wrestling her. She's going to be the bigger girl. Erin Blanchfield's a little skinny. You'll see Tracy Cortez have a bigger size advantage there. She's also going to have a 1-inch reach advantage as well. So I like Tracy Cortez, the dog, in this one. So give me Tracy Cortez by decision. All right, so we're in disagreement with this one here. Let's move on up to the next fight. All right, we got RoboCop and Roman Kopylov in this one here. So for this one here, man, I got to go with RoboCop. I'm going with Gregory Rodriguez here, man. Kopylov, he's nasty. He's got a good kickboxing style. He focuses on striking. He's got good boxing combinations. He's got devastating leg and body kicks. He's also a strong wrestler, but we don't see it often. He's got some hand-to-hand combat, and he's a powerful southpaw kickboxer. And like I said, he has tried to incorporate some grappling into his fights, but we don't see it often. RoboCop, high volume striking. He's built like a tank. He's super huge and strong. He's got black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Very good wrestler. Powerful punches. He's tough. He absorbs damages. He keeps moving forward. His black belt in Jiu-Jitsu is way better than Kopulov's. He's a better grappler than Kopylov. He's won many black belt Jiu-Jitsu titles, and his wrestling is super strong. I got to go with RoboCop here. His aggressive striking approach and the fact that he's got the grappling and wrestling advantage, I got to go with him. Plus, he's going to be the bigger guy, as you can see here. He's going to be 3 inches taller over Kopylov, and he's also going to have a reach advantage there. Also, no, it's actually, sorry, the reach is the same, so my bad. But yeah, the height advantage, the size advantage. Give me RoboCop to finish Roman Kopylov. I got him winning by knockout or decision. I think it's going to be the first time we see Kopylov get knocked out.
Yeah, both these guys disappointed recently by kind of gassing out and being unable to do anything. Roman Kopylov, it was against that juicer there, Paulo Costa, with the magic juice, and RoboCop fell flat against Cannonier, I think, in the 5-round fight. But this is going to be a 3rd-round fight, and Kopylov, yeah, his ground game may have improved, his takedown defense, maybe even his takedowns, but that's only against, guys that can't really wrestle well, which is a good strategy. That's what you do against guys like that. But that's not going to be enough to implement against RoboCop, and I don't think his striking either. He's not really a one-punch knockout guy. I think Rodriguez is just going to eat those shots going in, and he's gonna smash him up with just a lot of power and probably end up getting the knockout. My pick may be different if it was a 5-round fight, but not in a 3-round fight here. So give me RoboCop a knockout or decision.
Nice. So we agree on this one here. So now we are at the main event of the prelims. If you haven't already, guys, hit the like button if you're liking the video so far, and subscribe if you're new. We're trying to get to 110 subscribers. We're at 108. We need 2 more to get to 110. Let's do it. Help us out.
Okay, so the guy who said he was going to retire if they ever put him on the prelims is on the prelims now against Rodolfo Vieira. Look, man, I think Bo Nickel has to beat this, kind of like a journeyman, kind of little older, jiu-jitsu guy. I think he's going to have enough power to do it. I think his wrestling is going to help him out here. And Rodolfo Vieira, man, he doesn't even use his BJJ all that much because he's been relying on that jab and that good straight in his fights lately, which has been working for him. But I think Bo Nickel is gonna find a way to get it done in this one. Not the biggest fan of Bo Nickel, but he has to beat Vieira. I don't know what he's gonna do if he loses this fight. So give me Nickel by knockout or decision.
Yeah, Bo Nickel, he's a good wrestler, man. He's primarily a wrestler. He combines explosive takedowns, dominant ground control. He's very powerful. He's got fast-paced finishing style, both striking and submission attempts. His background as a 3-time NCAA Division I wrestling champion. That's definitely, he's used that wrestling in his UFC fights. And, he secures takedowns very well. He controls his opponents. And he's explosive too when he goes for his entries and his takedowns. He's also developed his BJJ. He's got a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I know it's not a black belt like Rodolfo, but he could still handle himself on the ground and definitely prevent himself from getting submitted. Rodolfo Vieira is a guy that I used to be really high on. I used to love this guy too. He was another guy that I cashed many tickets taking him by sub. He's a very, very good submission specialist, very elite level, aggressive, high pace, physical grappling. He's a very good striker as well. But his jiu-jitsu is top level. He's a black belt, like I said, in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And he's got very good ground and pound as well when he gets on top, and he can secure submissions. So this one I'm going to pick Bo Nickel to win here by knockout or submission. But definitely going to have a little sprinkle on Rodolfo Vieira, a little sprinkle on Rodolfo Vieira by sub.
I don't think he has the gas tank to get it done, Vieira.
The thing is, you never know with Vieira. He's very tricky with his submissions. So I'm going to take Bo Nickel by finish. But yeah, be careful with Rodolfo Vieira there and his subs. So there you have it. Me and Andy O, I think we disagreed on only 3 out of the 9 fights in the prelims here.
That's right. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for our main card show coming up. Main card portion.
Coming up next. KAMMA, let's get it.